Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as the conversation of the Jay-Z GQ interview has made its way all over the timeline once again, and it's kind of been lingering in a different sidebar conversation as it hit the internet the other day. Jay-Z talked about certain things, the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle, how he felt about that, other things that went on with the lawsuits and stuff and where he was at in that space and time. But the interview eventually led to a post that got sent around the internet where Oschino Vasquez, who was also a member of State Property and Rockefeller at one point, going up and questioning why Jay-Z did not do Memphis Bleek show when he has his own podcast. It said Jay-Z did a whole interview with GQ when Memphis Bleek has a whole podcast at Memphis Bleek. Your pop won't even sit down with your clown AZZ. And Pop not done with you yet, bozo. Colorado O is gonna cook your toast. You a R&B diva. Memphis Bleek responded in the comments and said, deadly combination. You Chinese food out here popped and mad. Wish you the best. And then people put in the comments, why he didn't do your show though, or any podcast from the culture. Somebody else said, dang, he ain't come to the restaurant or give the interview. Well, at least you in the wheel somewhere. Memphis Bleek responded to say, hey, it's levels to this. GQ versus podcast. We can't be serious, right? And then also, Memphis Bleek had responded to the other guy, said, you ain't got either. I still rock with you though. Now, Oschino went into the comments and said, hey, whoever said the interview was old, okay, what they got to do with him not going on his Young Bull podcast? He didn't even want Bleek to use the name Rock in the podcast. He said that himself. Bleek even said Hov was in the town his restaurant was at, but wouldn't come eat there, and Bleek still got his whole sausage down his throat, which I don't mind at all, but once you play with Colorado O, he gonna say stuff like this, so it would behoove you to just leave him alone. At Memphis Bleek, professional D-eater. Now, another guy had put some up on the post, and this was getting shared and kind of pushed in the algorithm. CC Class Ave going out bad. Oschino is going out bad, but why Jay-Z can't have an interview he wants to have? Why you always got to do something for someone? Can he have a day for himself as an artist? And Memphis Bleek responded and said, do say facts. They just out the whip and they always begging. Well, Oschino came back again today and said, at Memphis Bleek, you're a professional eater. You keep saying I'm home, broke, and miserable, LOL, because that's what you wish for. Me now, Colorado O, gonna cook your toast. You lucky. I'm about to go swimming. I'ma holler at you later. Now, it's several layers to this conversation right here, as the issues, to my knowledge, started with Oschino and Memphis Bleek, because Memphis Bleek wasn't feeling Oschino mentioning Freeway's dead son recently. Most definitely condolences and prayers and rest in peace and God bless their souls to his son and Freeway's son, who both lost their life. He didn't diss his son, but he made a comment that can be taken in disrespect. People don't want their kids spoken up on at all. And I'll just say this for me, I don't agree with him saying that at all either. Anybody can say whatever they want to say and do what they want to do. And then people have a right to give an opinion on it. That's the world we in now. But in my sense, I just rather not mention kids at all, whether it's indirectly. He mentioned something about his son. I was like, that was a tough one right there. But when Memphis Bleek heard that, he called Oschino and said, hey, fam, since you said that right there about his son. Now, he didn't diss his son directly on. He said basically, hey, man, I'll be having to I got to say it to make it clear so people would know. He said, I'll be having to clean your son's grave off because you don't be going there and things like that. Now, for me, I wouldn't say nothing about that at all. That's very sensitive. People, kids alive being talked about is sensitive. That's just me and where I stand. Oschino didn't like how Memphis Bleek called him and said what he had to say about him and things. So that's what they little stuff has started at as of late. He said, I can't bring you on the podcast because of this now. Well, when it comes to this stuff being posted up, him and Jay-Z, everybody got their own difference of opinions. But for me, I want to make it clear, I posted this up as well on my Instagram page. I didn't see it on Oschino page. It got sent to me, and I posted it up, and it didn't have nobody's name on it. And for me, I'm just saying this, when you look at the wording of it, it makes it worse than what I was really trying to come across as. Is I would have liked to see Memphis Bleek get that interview in itself, because Jay-Z went over there to GQ, which is a platform that is corporate and has been around forever, very big, massive. All of those things are correct, but other things that are correct, most definitely salute to the brother Summertime who got that interview over there. Salute to him, keep going up over there and things like that. I just said, let's get it to a point where both can be done, because we have these things and these platforms and interview different concepts in our culture now. And it would have been dope to see both. That's just what I'm saying with it. And then people came at me, he don't owe Jay-Z nothing. Then people telling me, Jay-Z don't owe him nothing. He wouldn't, Bleek wouldn't even have a podcast without Jay-Z. How much do you want? I'm just thinking culturally. It wasn't just about Jay-Z. When I put it up, it was the whole culture as a whole. That's why I said nobody's above the program. I said even Drake. If you gonna go over there with them streamers who we just never heard of or never saw before, that's cool. But come holler at somebody else over here, and we know that boys ain't got an open script over there at GQ. They just sit down and say, ask me the hard-hitting questions, or y'all don't go over there and say, just ask me whatever y'all want to ask me. Nah, it's prepped and it's understood, which is fine. But I say, hey, give that look to one of the guys, and I felt like who better other than Memphis Bleek? His day one. Somebody that love him, care about him, even if it didn't come out the best, it was going to do numbers regardless. See, people don't understand with me because I'm getting all type of disrespect. And I wasn't intended to go in that direction, because it ain't just about Jay-Z or Drake. It's about the whole culture. Like, hey, if you're sitting over there with them and things of that nature, but I've been doing media so long, y'all. People who come at me, they don't understand. I really be coming from the heart for the culture. Y'all don't really get it. So I'm light years ahead of a lot of y'all. Somebody told me, what moguls do podcasts? A lot of them. Magic Johnson, Oprah Winfrey, Diddy did them when he was free, Dr. Dre. Do we need to keep going? Elon Musk, culture moguls from all different, they all have done podcasts. Several moguls have done podcasts, bro. Black moguls as well. They do podcasts and they do interviews. It's a choice. You don't owe nobody nothing. It's just people are gonna give critiques at times when they see these type of things. So let's get that out the way. Also, we can talk about this right here. For me, this is just an opinion that I was having. I want to see the look for Memphis Bleek, because I know Jay-Z don't do interviews. He don't talk on camera no more. He don't have to. Jay-Z like 50-some years old now. So I can understand if he don't want to be on camera talking like that. But I'm like, if you're going to pop out this interview, podcast, media thing is something we fresh and new in. We still young in it, and we trying to build it up. I want to see people from this get that moment. Like, just keeping it 100. People who can talk in a different regard. And these people can say all this stuff, oh, GQ this, GQ that, GQ this. Hey, man, salute to GQ. But come over here and do one of these too. Not just for Jay-Z. That was for everybody. Nobody but a program, because of the simple fact, y'all ain't subscribed to GQ. Y'all didn't go watch that interview because it was on GQ. People tell me he did and the interview was back in January. It's cool. But we ain't waking up and going, man, what GQ posted. We not tapped into what GQ doing every day. We not reading them magazines, and we ain't reading them write-ups for real. I'm talking about the masses. Are there people that do? Yes, but the culture, we not looking at that. So I say, hey, we looked at it because Jay-Z was over there. Jay-Z bought us there. Jay-Z gonna bring us wherever he talking at. That's just what it is. Jay-Z could have interviewed with somebody on a block in Brooklyn that we never heard of. Once it got clipped up, reposted to them blogs and different things on Twitter, everybody was gonna go see it. As long as you could keep the conversation going long enough, it was going up. On that Memphis Bleek show, once it got posted, marketed to the blogs and things like that, it was gonna do the same thing, bro. Everybody was gonna be talking about it. The moments was gonna be reposted, reshared, and by myself included. We gonna come talk about it and make it grow. I do this media thing, y'all. Y'all got to know that and understand that. That's what I was pushing, but I do understand the way that it's worded comes off as that. But I was gonna take it down off my page, but I didn't, because I was like, bro, I don't wanna run from it. I wasn't on no, this is a Jay-Z, I don't like Jay-Z, I'm mad at Jay-Z or nothing like that. It was just perspectives for the culture. As I say, any of these big artists, you don't have to do nothing. You don't owe nobody nothing, but it would be dope for the culture. It's something that we build in media for them to come tap in on this side as well. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. And I know how the internet work, because what's also crazy about it, for the last 2 years, I've been being accused of being on Roc Nation payroll when I said that the Jay-Z, Tony Busby lawsuit against him and Diddy and the little girl, I said, hey, man, this is complete false. I'm read the information. It's a complete money grab, and it makes no sense at all. Oh, ain't you getting paid by Roc Nation? You defending this Hove and you defending Diddy. And you on Roc Nation payroll. And then I get this critique right here for the interview. Nah, it's, hey, you a Jay-Z hater, man. You a Jay-Z D-rider, bro. You trying to tear Hove down and divide and all this. Why is it your business? It's just part of the game. But I get on YouTube. We got more coming. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot. Urban Politician TV on the website or the app. Patreon.